What's up YouTube? Mike here from TechnoGI, and today I want to do a midweek episode of a weekly web roundup. There's been quite a few things been going on lately in the news, especially in the technology area, and I just happen to be a little off work from today. It's nice and rainy, crappy out here in Colorado today. I'm supposed to fly tonight. That's probably going to be canceled. So I thought, why not make a movie or make a video? But anyway, let's get to it. So the first article that jumped out to me actually kind of makes me smile, and it's jewelers start gold plating Apple Watch to undercut Apple's pricey edition models. We all know if you want the gold Apple Watch edition, it essentially starts at $10,000 and can go all the way up to $17,000. But there's a couple companies out there where you can mail them your Apple Watch, and for $3.99, there's a company called WatchPlate, and they'll actually gold plate your Apple Watch for you. So you can buy it's got to be the stainless steel model. So you buy the stainless steel model, pay your $3.99, and you're still about $9,000 less than the actual gold Apple Watch. And again, they'll do it in rose gold, 18 karat, so pretty good. Actually, it says the company says it's using 24 karat rose gold or 24 karat yellow gold during this process. So if you're hell-bent on getting the $10,000 Apple Watch but don't have $10,000, it'll basically, between the cost of the watch and getting it plated, it'll cost you about $1,000. So if you want the gold watch, then there you go, you can do it. You can check it out on the web. Which the next article is also about Apple, and this is one that, stealing a cue from Brian Tong on CNET.com, this is like a bad Apple. And this again is Apple, and Apple is pushing music labels to kill free Spotify streaming ahead of the Beats relaunch. And to me, this is just plain cutthroat and maniacal. Ever since Tim Cook took over Apple, I've been less and less of a fan of Apple. I think it's, in this case, I think Tim Cook and the current folks at Apple is just money first, money first, money first. So they're trying to kill the free streaming services so you'll subscribe to theirs. And to me, that's just, that's just bad business. I guess financially it's good for them, but it's bad for the consumer. So more and more I'm getting fed up with Apple and kind of their business practices and their products, just the way, it's just all about making money now with Apple, it seems. But anyway, Apple's been using its considerable power in the music industry to stop the music labels from renewing Spotify's license to stream music through its free tier. And all the way up to Tim Cook, according to one music industry, he's saying that they're cutthroat. So it's all about money. It says sources also indicated that Apple offered to pay YouTube's music licensing fee to Universal Music Group if the label stopped allowing its songs on YouTube. So it's just not Spotify. Apple's really trying to just kill all the free streaming services, which is, that's definitely a bad Apple. That's just a bunch of BS, I think. And even so much so that the Department of Justice is actually investigating Apple. And it's even the Department of Justice isn't the only entity looking into Apple's dealings with the music industry either. According to the New York Post, Apple's actually being probed by the European Union's Competition Commission to find out if the company is working with the labels to rid the industry of freemium services. So, of course, Apple had zero comment on this, but again, they're getting investigated by the Department of Justice. So, I think it's kind of some shady stuff going on. I don't know, maybe you agree, disagree. Leave in the comments below. I'm curious what you guys think about this. But whether you love or hate Apple, I think this is kind of bad business practices, in my opinion. So the next article, shifting from Apple over to Microsoft. The Microsoft Surface 3 officially went on sale yesterday. Today's the official day, but you could have bought them yesterday in stores. And if you were lucky enough to get one, I'm curious if you did, what do you think about it? Let me know in the comments below. And I think it's going to be an awesome device, and with Windows 10, this makes it more appealing than ever, with the ability for developers to port over iOS and Android's apps. And this, to me, with that ability, this really could be an iPad slayer. So, which brings me to my next article, which is, Microsoft announced last week that they would be releasing new tools to port apps from other platforms like Android and iOS to Windows 10. So Microsoft is going through a lot of pains. They're making this ridiculously easy for developers to, if you're an iOS developer or an Android developer, to port your apps over to Windows 10, which will be awesome for any Windows device, because right now we all know the Windows Store still sucks. The app support, Metro apps, you know, it just sucks. There's no beating around the bush. The Surface Pro 3, the Surface 3 are awesome devices, but using it as a tablet, they're still dramatically hindered by the app selection, which is a bummer. But this is something that Microsoft is trying to do to remedy it, and I'm hoping a lot of developers jump on board, and I'm sure there'll be a lot of financial incentives from Microsoft to developers, especially for some of your major apps. And they made it so easy, they've even released a video for developers, and you can watch the video online, but essentially it's like drag and drop, plug and play. It makes it insanely easy for developers to take their app and port it over to Windows 10. It's called Project Astoria, and again, it lets you build great Windows apps while reusing your Android app code and tools. So essentially, I'm not a developer, so I don't speak the language, but the video just makes it look like it's drag and drop, plug and play. So, excuse me, so pretty awesome there, which will dramatically increase the value of the Surface 3. If we can get Android and iOS app support for the Surface 3, that thing's going to sell like hotcakes and absolutely destroy the iPad, in my opinion. Anyway, last but not least, still talking about Microsoft, this article actually made me smile, and this is Microsoft is the first to let you flip the middle finger emoji. So if you like to use emojis and you always wanted to shoot somebody the bird with one, if you got Windows 10, now you can. So that's one glorious part of Windows 10 is the middle finger emoji, something that's been missing from iOS and Android. And in our country, where we're so full of politically correctness, it's almost nauseating. It's kind of refreshing and nice to see this. It's just, I mean, I'm not one to go around flipping the bird to everybody, but I think it's just kind of funny. And sometimes we try and be so politically correct that it's just nauseating. So it's kind of funny, kind of cool, you know. So if you want to proudly bust the bird with an emoji, now you can. So somehow the political correction facilitators behind Android and iOS have singularly failed to include one of humanity's most basic pieces of technology, the bird flip or the middle finger. So kind of funny, kind of cool. So if you are an emoji person and you wanted to flip the bird, there you go. So with that, hope you enjoyed that. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, please leave them below. And I appreciate it if you give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And as always, again, thanks for watching.